In the kingdom of Alderwyn, there was a forgotten wing of the castle. No nobles ever walked there. Only one young maid cleaned that long, silent hallway. Her name was Aara. One evening, Aara heard a strange sound. It came from the old library. No one was allowed there, but someone was inside. Inside the library, Aara saw a young man reading. He looked calm and different. He said he was only a scholar, but his eyes felt royal. The next night, he returned. Then the next night again. They began talking about dreams and freedom. Aara started smiling more. Dawen listened to her carefully. He asked her what she wanted in life. No one had ever asked her that before. Her heart felt special. Days passed quietly. Aara waited for night every day. She thought about him while working. Her heart was slowly falling in love. Meanwhile, the kingdom began whispering. The king was acting strange. He disappeared every night. The nobles were confused. Lady Seraphine watched everything carefully. She wanted to marry the king, but the king ignored her completely. Her suspicion turned into jealousy. One night, Aara asked Dawen a strange question. "Why do you speak like a ruler?" Dawen froze for a moment. Then he smiled mysteriously. That same night, alarms rang through the castle. "The king is missing!" the soldiers shouted. Aara felt fear in her heart. Dawen was not in the library. The next morning felt empty. Aara went to clean the library again. She hoped to see Dawen, but the room was silent. Servants whispered in fear. The king had not returned. The castle was tense and quiet. Aara felt worried inside. Lady Seraphine heard the news. A small smile appeared on her lips. If the king was gone, power was near. Her plan had begun. Trumpets echoed in the castle. All servants were called to the hall. Aara stood among them, nervous. Something big was coming. The doors opened loudly. A young king walked in. He wore black royal clothes. Ayara's heart stopped. Aara looked up slowly. It was Dawen, the scholar, the man she trusted. Dawen's eyes searched the crowd. He saw Aara. For a moment, time stopped, but he said nothing. Lady Seraphine walked beside the king. She stood close to him. Aara felt pain in her chest. Everything felt wrong. That night, Aara cried alone. The library felt cold now. The secret felt like a lie. Her heart was broken. Far away, Dawen stood alone. He held the old book again. His crown felt heavy. The secret was not over. The days became quiet. Dawen avoided the library. Aara avoided his eyes. Pain stayed between them. Lady Seraphine spoke softly to the king. She filled his ears with poison. She said the maid was dangerous. She said love makes kings weak. One morning, guards stopped Aara. They accused her of stealing. She did not understand. Fear filled her eyes. They locked Aara in a small room. Cold stone walls surrounded her. She held her basket tightly. Hope felt far away. That night, Dawen could not sleep. Her tears haunted him. His crown felt heavy again. He had made a mistake. A guard spoke quietly to the king. The accusation was false. Seraphine had planned everything. Dawen's heart dropped. Dawen faced Lady Seraphine. Her smile disappeared. Her lies were exposed. The palace went silent. Aara stood silently in the small room. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Dawen waited at the door. Neither spoke a word. Dawen stepped inside slowly. He bowed his head before her. A king had never done this. His voice trembled with regret. Aara listened quietly. Her heart was hurt deeply. Love was still there, but trust was broken. Aara looked into his eyes. She saw the lonely scholar again. Her heart softened. She forgave him. The royal hall filled with people. Dowan stood tall as king. Aara stood beside him. The truth was spoken aloud. Lady Seraphine screamed in anger. Her lies were revealed. Guards stepped forward. Her power was gone. Aara stood before the mirror. She wore a royal blue gown. Her reflection felt unreal. Her journey had changed her.